Hello everybody, I welcome you all to the third episode where we are already discussing an important hiking gear, that is the trekking poles. In the first two videos in this series, I've already focused on the importance of trekking poles and the different types. And in this video, we will dedicatedly discuss about how to choose a trekking pole and then put it to efficient use in the outdoors. Now, whenever we talk about the principles that guide the design of a trekking pole, the first thing that comes to our mind, starting from the top, is the grip of a trekking pole. The shafts of all the entry-level hiking poles are made out of aluminum, which is an excellent conductor of heat. Now, if you hold these poles on a cold winter hike, they would drain all your body heat, and therefore, the foam grip is a crucial design feature that provides insulation. So guys, here is the simple rule. The lower the temperature, the more longer as well as thicker this foam grip should be. The Lecky Peak 3 and the Quechua SH500 are two very good examples of hiking poles with a very good foam grip, and these can be used in all seasons of hiking. Now, the second crucial design element that you should look for in a trekking pole is the wrist strap. The broader the strap, the better support you will get from the hiking pole while trekking. The proper way of holding a trekking pole is as follows. You should always put your hand from below the strap and then pull down while holding the foam grip lightly. Since you have to apply downward pressure, it is crucial that the strap nicely supports your wrist as you walk. Now guys, please remember, the pressure is not transformed from the grip towards the ground and rather is transferred from the tension that is applied between the wrist strap and our wrist. So basically, the more broader the wrist, your wrist gets better support, and therefore a hiking pole that comes with relatively broader grips will be a suitable trekking pole for longer hikes. Now the length of the wrist strap can be increased or decreased through the pommel or the crown of the trekking pole. You should make sure, however, that the strap should neither be too loose nor be too tight. Now guys, proper adjustment of the wrist strap will help you let go of the pole quickly, and then you can adjust the strap of your backpacks. You can even quickly take out your phone, check the map if you want, and then you can quickly grab the pole again and start hiking. Now, the next crucial principle that guides the design of a trekking pole is the material of the shaft. You will see that in most of the entry-level hiking poles, these rods or these shafts are made or built out of different grades of aluminum. But once you start moving towards ultralight gear, you will see these shafts are now made up of carbon. Obviously, these carbon poles are definitely lighter, and it saves a lot of energy, and you can hike for a longer duration without putting a lot of pressure on your wrists. Now, the trekking poles come with a variety of locking mechanisms, and I've discussed all these locking mechanisms in the previous video along with their application in different diverse terrains. Now, moving on to the next crucial design element that you should look for, which is towards the tip of the trekking pole, is the inclusion of this basket. This is also known as the snow basket, and the logic that drives the inclusion of a basket in a trekking pole is very simple. Whenever we hike in soft snow, the trekking poles would keep sinking in like a stick, and thus we will neither get support nor balance. The moment we add a basket, the surface area of the tip increases and it stops sinking. Baskets can easily screw at the end of the poles and can be detached after the activity is finished. Now, even the snow baskets come in different sizes, and the rule is quite simple. The more softer the snow, the bigger a basket you will be needing. Now, if you're somebody who wishes to hike very frequently and in diverse terrains, then please make sure that you invest your money into a trekking pole that allows you to change the basket. For example, the Quechua A100 trekking pole comes with a non-removable permanent basket, and therefore this would make this pole an obvious choice for summer hikes alone. Now, last but not the least, we should also look at the minimum fixed length or the collapsed length of our trekking poles. I have been hiking in the Indian Himalayas, and I have been using the Quechua MH500, which is a 30-liter backpack for all my hikes. The height of this bag is 63 centimeters, and I've always used trekking poles that had a collapsed length of 60 centimeter approximately. So the poles would nicely fit on one side of my backpack. So please make sure that the minimum fixed length of the poles that you're buying are not longer than your backpack's height after filling it up to the full volume. Now, if you frequently travel by air, then you would know that trekking poles are only allowed in the checked luggage. And therefore, if you think that you're going to fly a lot with your trekking poles, then it is better to invest your money into foldable or tri-folding poles, because these trekking poles pack down quite smaller and these can even fit inside your backpack. But if your budget doesn't allow you to invest into a foldable pole, then you should always cover the tips of your hiking poles with plastic caps. By doing so, you can put a rain cover on your bag without worrying about the tip piercing through it, making it ineffective in the longer run. Since we now know most of the things about the trekking pole from top to the tip, let's jump on to the next segment in this video where we'll see how to effectively use them on trails. Now, the length of the trekking pole should be adjusted as per the terrain in which you're hiking. Now, while walking on a relatively flat terrain, the pole should be set to a length that allows your hand to lightly grip the handle while your forearm is parallel to the ground and bent at the elbow. While hiking uphill, the poles are set at shorter lengths. The steeper the slope, the more you shorten your poles. Please ensure that your trekking poles assist you in moving uphill without causing strain or fatigue in your shoulders. Further, poles are set longer for steep descents or downhill slopes. Make sure that you first place the trekking pole ahead of you. Then, while keeping pressure on the pole, you should move your feet and take the next step. You can keep repeating the same technique and avoid slips and falls, and also protect your knees at the same time. So guys, if you choose to hike with trekking poles, make sure that they are adjusted to the correct length and you're using the proper technique to derive all the benefits that these provide while hiking. Now let's also talk about the other popular opinion that trekking poles can be cumbersome to carry at times. Now in my personal opinion, I generally document all my hikes that I do and I prefer keeping my hands free. I frequently use my action camera and even my phone to look at maps and to click pictures and take videos. So I don't usually use trekking poles on rolling slopes and flat sections. However, I do use trekking poles to pitch my tent canopy. I do use them while crossing water streams, and definitely I use them while traversing steep snow slopes. But still, for 70% duration, they are being carried by me as dead weight as they stay attached on one side of my backpack. So guys, here is the final verdict. In my personal opinion, trekking poles are not an essential piece of hiking gear, but they do serve a purpose. Now, you will definitely consume extra energy while hiking with poles, but they will also take off that extra stress off your joints and will help you get more balance and support in tricky trail sections. So, if you are a beginner, then I would suggest you to use and try these trekking poles on at least first 5 Himalayan winter treks, and then you can decide whether this piece of gear deserves to be there in your list of essential hiking gear. So guys, this is all I had for this 3 video series on an essential gear, that is trekking poles. If you have any queries specific to the use of hiking and trekking poles in a diverse terrain, be it Himalayan or be it Western Ghats, then do mention your queries in the comment section below and I promise you a prompt reply. You can also mention if there is any crucial aspect that you want me to make a video on. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends if possible. I'll keep coming with more gear oriented videos on this channel. Until then, just stay healthy and I will see you in the next one.